Shopify Rebellion. What do you make of these lineups? I think the interesting thing really being that this time around it's EG that get a last pick Lone Druid, as opposed to something that Shopify Rebellion themselves have been doing many times in the series leading up to this. We're going to get to see some action this time from Pakaz on it.
Yeah, and he's only played it, I believe, twice in the last, 2 months in professional play at least, and he was successful in both of them. He looked great on it as well, too, if I remember it from the Lima Major. He did, I think, own on it. So, EG, they've got a really heavy pressuring draft again, and they're playing around two of their best supports. Honestly, Panda, last game, his Jakiro was like a bait multiple times, got the turn that every single one of these team fights after dying, and Matthew, we've seen what he's been able to do on his Ricky. I like what EG's got going for themselves right now.
And this is looking like a first blood.
And they give it a Whisper.
It's able to take down Fly.
Yeah, I think Shopify's, I like Effie's points on the panel toward there quite a lot. I think they can't really make too many mistakes in this game. I think they have to be very decisive with how they make these aggressive moves. Just because I'm a bit concerned. We haven't seen a Baden we haven't seen this hero in like a week. Since all the other teams, since like the last group stages, did end up finishing off. And it didn't really have the best win rate either. I think it had like a 30% win rate across like 6 or 7 games or something like that. So let's see what Arteezy is going to be able to do with it with the backup of Fly.
What do you think sort of was the thought process behind getting it in this game? Was it simply sort of just down to being concerned about the threat of heroes like the Bat Rider?
I think it was the Bat risk plus the Dart. There's a lot of things to dispel, right? The Jakiro spells as well. So if he's grouped up with his team, he could do some really good stuff with the dispels. I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like with the Ricky, this cloud is so devastating. And when I see Puck in a Baden, I feel like this cloud could just ruin a lot of what their plan is going to be.
Sure. And what is sort of the last pick say to you for Shopify Rebellion, opting to go for the Enigma this game for Saberlight?
I was actually surprised, a bit surprised. I was like, either the Underlord or this one. I guess Underlord's a risk when you're playing versus Bat Rider, because then he can just constantly kill you. I guess they just wanted to have this type of safe laner to prevent farm and to get themselves in an advantageous position to, have that advantage early and just push forward with it. But yeah, it could be a bit risky. And of course, does have percent-based damage, so there is at least that similarity that comes from like the Underlord to hurt the bear quite a lot in the early phase. But I don't know if you want to skill it too early in this lane.
Oh, Matthew. Oh my goodness, nearly getting taken out under the tower there by the emphasis of Fly. But, will live.
He's got to be a bit careful. Yeah, and overall, I haven't seen the Bat Puck too much lately, to be honest with you. Chris, though, in the first few waves, looking great. Overall, for the Puck, it could get to be a difficult game for him. Playing versus Ricky and DK, that doesn't sound easy for Mikey. Yeah, they've got the dispel and stuff like that. Perhaps they'll get some type of itemization to help him and stuff. But yeah, it does feel like Mikey, if he gets slowed down a little bit this game, he could just constantly get killed from like a blink stun DK plus this Ricky constantly finding him. Top though, Fly is owning this lane. Whisper has 2 last hits after getting first blood. Him and Matthew. Not able to get too much up here.
And overall, how does sort of the timings match up between a carry Baden and a carry Lone Druid? Like, are there going to be certain points of the game where one of these heroes is going to suffer even if they do get an even start? Because what are you trying to get online for both of them in terms of items? I
mean, Pakaz is going to go for, like, I would imagine, just like the Deso. Panda actually takes 2 or 3 tower hits. He's okay. I imagine it's just going to be the more aggressive Lone Druid build that we usually see. Obviously not the Radiance this game, while Arteezy, I imagine he does go for Radiance. So I think Pakaz will have a bit better time, but it's about Shopify when they're able to group up. And I think that's what they've gone entirely because of this Enigma pick. Group up with the Abaddon, go for all these shield plays to help each other out.
Sin in the mid, Mikey's starting to struggle a bit.
He really is. Like, this is not good for Mikey. There's a lot of denies on a Bat Rider as well, too. I mean, Puck, yeah, his base damage has gotten nerfed quite a lot of times in the past, of course, but that's really impactful here that the Bat's getting this much. Pakaz does get the fear off. I mean, Chris, he did get a little bit slowed down in the first game on his Bat Rider, but the second game he exploded in this game, and this start is pretty amazing. Can crit punish Panda.
He's got Pakaz here to help out Panda.
I don't think he can get him. It's going to be close. Oh!
Panda. He's able to get the spell off.
And the root.
And he's able to turn, and indeed, Pakaz chasing out Saberlight. They'll take down the Enigma. And Panda will indeed survive.
Dude, he is just the baiter. Today on his Jakiro, last game was beautiful, the way he bait and set up kills. This time he doesn't even die, and he gets this type of setup. An ideal start for EG.
Yeah, just that top lane where they're kind of having the slower start. But even now, starting to be able to get some good denies in.
Yeah, 8 denies at least on Whisper. I mean, he's using the Dragon Tail every single time to secure those denies. Yeah, they just can't get aggressive onto Pekaz.
Actually finding the root.
Bear, maybe.
So if the bear does die this time round, it
will. All right.
100 gold there for Saberlight.
Big money. If they can do it again, that would be huge. That was actually really impressive stuff there. I mean, even through the chainmail. Pekaz even bought a chainmail to be able to try to protect his bear, but that Blightstone actually putting in work. And up top, though, Arteezy.
And they get the body blocks into the Dragon Tail.
Oh my god.
He's looking pretty dead.
They got him.
It feels good to be there.
Matthew.
There you go.
Here's Ricky. Gets banned by most teams. This time they accelerate to first 2 pick. Could definitely see the reasons why. Yeah, Whisper 13 denies. I think it's up to Crit now to fix stuff, especially in the mid lane. He absolutely has the potential
But Panda's on him.
But Panda, yeah, he knows. He's hello.
And he's going to be able to get the immediate D-ward as well. They just know exactly what sort of move and timing Crit's going to be going for. They know that Crit's going to try this.
Yep. They're reading this like a book. Beautiful stuff so far from EG in these first 5 minutes. And as you said, you know, the mid game, they have a lot of ways to just kill the puck, set up, see the movements that's coming. Like Matthew, he's even going to find a courier here. A pretty deep position there from Fly. They're rotating both supports over to try to help out Mikey. And it feels very needed. Good kickback.
See if we can get him. Well, he's got the backup of Panda. He's going to have to lasso Chris. And will mean that he's able to secure the kill on Crit. And Chris, he's out. He's over the cliff. He's away. Shopify, they have to turn their attention towards a different kill. They go for Panda instead.
Mikey gets 6. Might be able to get another one.
Oh, nicely playing around the edge of the Dream Coil.
Fancy.
But still will die. Ends up lasting too long. Have enough lockdown, they'll get him, but they don't get Chris. Chris gets away.
Chris TP's even, and he's going to get the haste rune. Oh, that was a clever TP. Mikey gets recovered a little bit at the least, though, from the double rotation. But Chris, he just comes in, gets a kill, survives. He's chilling. Can they punish bottom? I mean, right now, it looks like they might just be able to. Saberlight is dropping low, but they might just be able to get Pekaz. I mean, Crit's here with the rotation. If he can get the connection, they could maybe get the kill. I mean, let's see if he gets the Savage Roar off in between. Can they get him? They can!
Oh, they get a kickback.
Nice play. Quick rotation there from Crit.
Yeah, doing his best to keep things stable in this early game, Crit.
Cool stuff down bottom. They're level 6 already now in Saberlight. Because he got that kill earlier on the Bear as well, even though he did die, he's super high level. They could even threaten Pekaz again. I think Panda might have to just stay down here and just let Matthew help out Chris Luck in the mid lane. Another death on Panda would be huge for Shopify. On Pekaz, sorry, would be huge for Shopify. And yeah, Saberlight, I mean, he's getting it prepped.
He's ready to wrap around. They get the kickback into the Malefice. There, up upon him, they'll use the Roar to try and bring Saberlight a fair distance away from Pekaz, and it's enough to not allow Saberlight to be able to continue to lock down on this lone Druid. Pekaz will live.
That was a mistake by Saberlight. He had Arcane Boots up. He could have Arcane Boot Black Hold instantly. He actually could have just gotten the kill there on that Bear again.
I mean, now they're having to fight a bit too close to the tower. They will get Panda, but the backups come in for EG. Matthew jumps forward. With the help of the Bear, they'll get Crit.
They could have gotten Pekaz there, but a good move either way. The bring down there. Shopify bring an extra hero. Yeah, they have to fix a bit of what's going on here. Arteezy is actually so far behind now at this point. He's 800 gold behind Whisper. Whisper is 6. He's actually the one who's going to start applying pressure on the tower. So even though they are making these good moves, it is hurting that top lane even more. And now Fly, very likely to die.
See Crit turn up and try and help out, but Fly will fall. Matthew jumps forward as well. Gets the two of them in the Dream Coil. It's enough to take Matthew down.
But Crit, he's burning.
He's got Panda by his side ready to take Crit down as well. Double kill for Chris.
Arcane Rune on Bat. Overwhelming damage. I mean, Chris is going to have bots. And Arteezy is actually just super underfarmed. This is actually insane. After the early advantage in CS that he's had, Whisper, I mean, these denies, they really add up. Same thing with that kill. Mikey is still doing well, though. He is recovered. 3 and 0 on this puck from the rotations from the supports. They kind of sacrificed themselves a little bit. They sacrificed the top lane to make sure that this puck could get reestablished. So Witchblade, it is going to be online.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, the bear.
Can he finish it? Oh. He actually can't. I think the Centaur Stomp actually got him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Whoops.
A little late there with the resummon. Saberlight defroze the tip out to Pakasa.
Hey.
He will actually end up getting the bear.
That's the mech. Okay.
Dire's top tower is
Whoopsie.
under attack.
Those things add up.
Dire's structures are fortified.
If they can kill Pakaz again, it's huge, because then he won't have a resummon for 100
I think
seconds.
they're going straight for them, and they'll catch Panda.
Crit might go down here this time.
I mean, again, Panda able to get the ice path off onto Crit. Panda will die, but in his dying sort of efforts, he's able to set something up for Pagaz in return. Back over towards the mid. Dream Core's going to be dropped down onto Matthew. Matthew, this time round, he's able to jump away as it comes to an end. And Mikey, he'll try and chase this, but Matthew with the jukes. It's going to be a little too pesky for this puck to follow. Arteezy's swinging across.
Him. I mean, they're going to have to chase him for a very long time if they want to try to get this kill. Crit, he's going to TP over and try to get it. Should be able to.
He's got the cloud, Matthew.
Okay, good rotation from Crit.
Yeah, they'll get him. Again, though, Power Rune's going to be going into the hands of Chris. Picks up a DD.
I mean, Whisper, though, is the big winner out of everything, though. Like, he's got a Blink Dagger on DK. It's actually insane. Fly, he'll go down.
Yeah, another kill here for Chris. Dominating now as the Batrider. You said it yourself, from this game 2 into game 3. Really hitting his stride here, Chris.
He's feeling himself. And all in all, yeah, I just can't believe how far behind Arteezy really is. Like, Blink is done on Whisper, so even though...
What's the timing on the Relic looking like?
It's very slow on. He's nowhere near it. He's got Phase Boots and Triple Gauntlet. And Whisper, he has Blink Dagger. So the concerns, Mikey, they've done a great job of setting him up right now, 3-0. Now he's got to have that element of concern. This Riki, this Blink that's going to be super early on Whisper, it could just catch him off guard.
Radiant's bottom tower
Saberlight.
is under attack.
Some good push going down bottom.
Radiant's
So there's going to be a reaction. Fly is the one getting set up on. Mask of Madness on the bear.
And Crit is going to try and help out here. Rolls across.
Nice mech.
Heals there to keep Fly alive. Now they can maybe look to turn.
Here's Chris.
That's what's going to be there, though, on Saberlight. Chris straight away. Oh, that was a black hole!
Oh, no.
Black hole, he tries to go for it, but it's immediately put to a stop by the fact that he's dead.
Uh-oh. And Chris is diving
for
very
more.
far.
He's
going to get him.
Fly.
Oh,
won't.
He can't. He can.
Flame break. That'll do it. I mean, it's a double game. Might even be more. They're going to get Crit.
Holy crap.
Oh, they are crumbling there. Shopify Rebellion as EG just completely crushed them. I mean, Chris, perfect lasso on a Saberlight, but yeah, Saberlight making the call to still try and drop the black hole, but he does it on about 10 HP. He immediately dies.
And Mikey, he uses the lasso on Matthew.
But check this out.
We're going to see it on the upper side here. You'll see afterwards, but I mean, they use the coil on Matthew, and he just walks out of range of the sentry, and he's fine. It didn't have detection for him. Uh-oh, devastating for Shopify. They do not want to be the ones behind in this game, and right now...
Absolutely not. I mean, EG...
Quite far behind.
They could take so much on the map.
They sure
once
can.
they kind of get those first few items on these cores. See, back in action, looking for Chris, but Chris is fine. As Mikey can't finish him off, and Matthew, yeah, he's in position now to start scouting out some couriers, potentially.
Yep, he wants to get his timing for his shard. He just needs a couple courier snipes, and he should be able to have it. Super deep aggressive wards, of course, placed by him too, so he's watching anything that goes towards the secret shop. And now because he can just go top. And yeah, Arteezy bottom of the cores by a significant margin. Coil.
It's onto the DK, though.
He is very tanky.
And there's no black hole. I mean, Crits roll forward. The ice pass down. They're really trying their best to bring down this DK. But the backups come in. And Whisper, he's still alive. He's able to get out of this safely. Shopify Rebellion, they've got to start considering backing off potentially. I mean, Crit wants to keep pushing in on this. But the Dragon form's out from Whisper. He jumps back in with the Dragon Tail. They take Crit down. I mean, Shopify, they're looking for Matthew, but he's back under the invis. They don't have the detection upon him. Matthew's able to walk away.
I mean, Arteezy feels the need to join and help out his buddies, but they can't get anything.
They cannot at all. Full effort there from Shopify Rebellion to find something, but they find absolutely nothing.
Great, again, Panda, a beautiful ice path. It lands onto Crit. I think if Crit actually doesn't get stopped on his roll and he gets the kick on Whisper, Coil will break and they perhaps actually do get that kill and maybe get some type of momentum ones, but EG reacting perfectly again. Hot stuff from them so far. Yeah, Chris, he is just absolutely turning up. Like I said, he just needed a warm-up. Just needed a warm-up after that first game. He's 7-0. versus a Puck, versus an Earth Spirit, versus constant rotations that were happening versus him.
Yeah, I mean,
that's impressive.
And what do you do if your Shopify Rebellion wants the BKBs are online on like this Batrider, right? You've got nothing.
I think you have to go before that. I think you really want to look to make moves and secure these runes right now and try to punish this Bat pre-BKB. Rune will spawn bottom. It's a very good one. It is going to be an Arcane Rune for the Puck. And they should be able to get a little bit of momentum on mid with the Enchantress creep and Eidolons. But yeah, Matthew, starting to do Matthew things, sniping couriers.
Is Black Hole nearly back up? Yeah, 20 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah.
They've got to get something going with that next time round.
They sure do.
Yeah.
I mean, Matthew's just farming bottom. They want to try to punish this, but it would just be a Ricky. If they can get this into a tower, though, that would be huge.
No,
There's a Glyph
They're starting to swing away from it a bit. They don't want to commit in for a Ricky.
No. I mean, if they dive, the Glyph comes out and TP rotations come in. It could just be dangerous for Shopify.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Catching back up in farm now. RTC.
Hey, they're trying to dive, but Matthew's quick.
Yeah, immediate TP's coming in as well from EG. They'll happily fight this jump forward from Whisper the Dragon Tail. Borrowed time has to be popped by RTC to run away from this one. Crip, he's going to get left behind.
Can they find more? They're chasing. Arteezy used the ult. Chris wants him. Won't be able to find him, though. A very aggressive dive, though, from Shopify. EG's very ready for these moves.
And Shopify's kind of running back at them here.
They have to try to punish pre-BKB, right? So they're just looking to get these type of dive plays. But yeah, quickly get answered. That Centaur Conqueror, I think, actually saves Arteezy's life. Fly, he gets the stun under the two of them there right when they TP'd in. But because he's set up for success, he's got Deso, Mask of Madness done.
I'm trying to play around their vision here, Fly and Saberlight. Still a bit of a scary place for them to be. They have got Mikey with them. Greaves are done on Saberlight.
They're trying to keep applying pressure pre-BKB, pre-dart on Ricky. Matthew, he almost has it finished also. They're about to have a really big timing on the side of EG. Dart, BKB, and the Deso is finished. Shopify just trying to make space for Arteezy, who does have the relic finished once his courier gets there.
Yeah, he's catching up.
Slowly but surely. Panda tries to get the D ward.
Yeah, they'll try and go on him. And he'll get his spells off, but they will get him.
Good play. Just keeping that ward alive as long as possible. They're just staying in the same area now for what feels like almost 2 minutes. They really want to put emphasis on this bottom tower. Glyph is down, so they might actually just be able to push this tier 2 down here. Boots of travel from Mikey.
I mean, we'll see if EG's going to be as quick with the TPs as they were last time, but yeah, looks like this time around, they'll let it go.
Yeah. No Glyph. Shopify. We'll get some momentum. Play around the auras, keep playing around Saberlight. Batrider BKB is done, so it is something they're going to have to worry about. They have an answer, though, of course. They do have that black hole from the Enigma if he's not the one who gets caught. See where they go from here. Mikey looking to play the greed play, of course, as we see with the boots of travel. He sees them, though. Still has that vision on high ground.
Drop the Dream Coil just to hold them back it.
Okay. Does mean they won't have it for the next fight if it just goes straight at them. And because he wants to get the push started, no coil. He wants it this tower.
Shopify Rebellion, are you trying to build a defense here, or are you letting this go?
Fly, he's going to get caught. I think it's tough. I mean, it's really hard for them to defend the tier when it dies too fast versus the bear. 8-0 on Chris. Arteezy's Radiance is done, so almost completely recovered at the least. But yeah, tier 1 mid will drop.
You go Roche?
I think they got away.
I guess maybe against the black hole.
Yeah.
Threat. It's still just not something that they feel forced to sign up for right now, EG.
Definitely still a bit scary, because if you do Roche, that's what's going to pull Arteezy into the fight. And that's where that Dispel that we were talking about from way earlier, that's where it will have much more advantages. Finds himself a nice Brigand's Blade. And they're going to look to fight with their timing.
See how much of an impact the Abaddon has now with the Radiance online, how much Arteezy can survive and just get that consistent damage out through the duration of the team fight.
How much he can survive and how much he can bail his allies out of potential dangerous scenarios versus the Dart and versus the Lasso. And the DK stun, of course. Matthew Break a bit of that smoke.
They know they're here.
Tense moments.
Not going to be able to catch them by surprise. EG are prepared for that.
And Mikey so far, honestly, doing a very good job. You know, they haven't really gotten that set up. The Blink DK was online now, what, 6 minutes ago or so, 5 minutes ago. Haven't gotten to get on top of this puck. Same thing for the Ricky. He does have Dart now, though. So Mikey still has to continue being careful. But I like that he's gone down the route of greed, going down the Boots of Travel. Now he's going to Blink and stuff like that. He's causing some issues and pulling EG all over the place. Matthew.
I'm there. They're going to try and get in on this EG. They jump. And Fly, he'll be left alone. They won't try and fight back at this Shopify Rebellion. Chris.
That's the pickoff they need. That can allow them to go for the rush. All they need is one.
And Chris, he's maybe thinking of more. Tumbler's trying to dodge the roll from Crit. He's got the lasso. They'll try and kill the secondary support. There's an Aphotic Shield, but the Dragon Tail's there to follow up. Crit caught by the fear. Both supports. Shopify taken down.
Arteezy may be in trouble too. Can he get away?
I mean, Matthew's there watching from the side. But, I'm going to look to jump into onto this. EG still very much respecting that there is that black hole available for Saberlight. They don't want to go head first into it.
Back into Roche. They're going to try. Pakaz wants to poke it. Matthew scouting. Shopify, 8 seconds for Crit. Lasso on cooldown. DK form wearing off. EG, they're going to back away.
Yeah, it's a bit too much for them to take right now, whilst they know that Shopify's back in action.
Matthew in position to start sniping these couriers. None of them going to be coming out, though. Shopify, they're the ones looking for a fight here again.
See if Mikey can set it up here with the Blink Dream Coil.
No DK form.
I mean, Panda's just in position to tank this. Was moving back and forward on the high ground. They knew a smoke was coming. Panda's going to be the one to take it.
They're going to try forcing a Roche themselves. They have the Eidolons.
All right. See if they themselves can indeed take it down quick enough. They're into the pit.
They do kill it pretty fast.
EG's starting to head over into sort of the rough area, but
not an easy fight for them.
It seems like it's going down too quickly. EG not able to do much about this at all. Shopify Rebellion. Now find the opening to get Roche, get the Aegis.
Nice play.
Onto Arteezy.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, and maybe look for they get the Dream Coil here outside of the base.
They're on the
Roche, but they go straight for this into the black hole. They've got the two of them. It will get put to a stop though. Nice path from Macropire laid down on the both Fly and Saberlight. Chris on top of them here with the BKB burning through the two of them. They'll both fall. They get Pakaz, but losing two in return. Mikey tries to push up more, but the Dragon Tail's there from Whisper. We'll catch onto the park.
They get Chris.
See if Arteezy can head over towards Matthew and Whisper in time as Matthew. They've got the detection upon him. Or not. No, they haven't. He's actually able to jump to the side. He's back under the sentry. And
he's
Mikey will find him.
Wow, Mikey.
Clean up there from Mikey. The setup. I mean, they punch back a little bit in the midst of that fight. EG getting the 2 kills in return, but overall losing 4.
And Arteezy, he gets the big one. He gets the godlike. Or, yeah, the godlike from the back.
How much money was that?
At least 870. Yeah, 870 split across 4-2. Extra gold as well. Yeah, he's huge now. He almost has Manta. Shopify picking and choosing their battles nicely. They got Pakaz right at the start. He just gets deleted. Crit. The perfect grab.
Yeah, and there is Arteezy, top of the net worth right now. A full recovery from struggling at the bottom before that Radiance was online, but now to the top. And indeed, with those first couple of core items complete, he's going to have the tools to stay ahead and just out-farm anyone on the map.
And I'm so impressed with Mikey continuously. 6-0-1, playing versus DK, playing versus Ricky.
It's a hard game, but
he's doing it.
He's making it look easy.
Sure
is. It really is. They haven't been able to catch him. They have not.
Yeah, True Form was still on cooldown for Pakaz when he got kicked in for a couple seconds. Couldn't get it off. Gets completely blown up. EG shaken up.
Yeah, Shopify with the lead now.
I mean, Mikey, he's starting to get close to items to be able to protect himself even more. He hasn't been caught at all, and he's soon going to have his Lincolns. He gets sniped for now, but he's looking for a grab himself on bottom. He's looking for Whisper. Trying to force the BKB. And they will. Yeah, Mikey. Absolutely delivering. He had a bit of a tough lane. overall versus in the 1v1, but overall he was getting the kills with the rotations with his allies coming in. And yeah, Arteezy now, he's massive. Full Manta, Radiance is done, he's got the 15, so he's got the 65 damage talent, and they're looking to fight. A full Vestal also on crit, so he's got a great answer versus Pakaz at all times. The group up from Shopify, it's absolutely starting to work. All the healing that comes in from the Greaves, the healings and the dispels that come from the shield.
I mean, they're going straight for Pakaz potentially up here.
Uh-oh,
It's only Pakaz and Panda in the area. Pakaz, he's going to go for the TP out. Crit, he's able to line it up in time. Gets in with a stun. Pakaz in a whole world of pain.
I mean, crit, he may be 1 in 8, but he is getting the literal perfect grabs back-to-back.
That's the Blink Dagger now as well for Saberlight, so he'll be in a good position to make the plays. Last time got tripped up by the smoke of the Riki.
They're moving quick now at this point. They see, they see Chris for like a second, and Mikey's already setting up on him. He's going to try to force BKB. I mean, if he doesn't use it, Crit's going to roll on him.
BKB's there for Chris. He's actually going to play aggressive. Gets him with the Lasso. They've got the follow Dragon Tail. They'll punish Mikey. They'll put an end to his kill streak. A fair bit of money for Chris. And Chris, with the remainder of his BKB, TP's out in the trees. Chris gets the kill and gets out.
Whisper, BKB's back up in a second. Might be forced to use it himself. Those rotations are coming in.
Let's see if Saberlight wants to black hole for this one.
Oh, no!
Took a little too long to think about it there.
Oopsie.
I'll get Panda. I mean, yeah, just, we'll lose the 4-star. Fly's Courier's going to get sniped. That's the recipe hitting the deck.
I think all 3 of the black holes have lasted less than a second. The one that was bottom, the one that was
the one around Roche. That was at least a 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't his
fault. I'll give it longer than a second on that one.
That's fine. Fair enough.
But you see, yeah, there's some unfortunate ones elsewhere, Saberlight, this game.
But you know what? He says they don't need it then. That's the positive.
Yeah, they still get the kills. They don't get the DK, would have been nice, but still holding the lead hit. Shopify Rebellion, they just get the Blink Dagger done for Arteezy, so now pretty much with that full combo ready to blink in and put that Manta and immediately cause a lot of problems for whichever hero he jumps upon, especially when the BKBs are down.
Still a very close game, but Shopify starting to get, still with a good momentum at this moment here. And Mikey, even though he gets picked off there, he will have the Lincolns for the next time, so very tough for them to get him a second time now. And only dying the once here in 26 minutes, I mean, honestly, that's really damn good.
10 seconds on the Aegis. And then maybe EG can think about trying to take a fight against Shopify, but it's not going to be easy. Taking down Arteezy the twice, through that borrowed time, incredibly difficult right now.
Chris has a full Octarine. Still very farmed on this Batrider, of course, 11-1. He did only die that one moment there when he got caught, but he still has to be very careful because he can just get killed in a quick burst combo. And there's just so much physical damage if they get on him. Shopify.
I mean, Matthew's scouting things out here. See if they want to commit onto Fly.
Don't want to use the lasso.
No, Flame Break and Firefly will be enough.
And Pakaz gets the last hit. He needs that. Deso stacking. Ooh, and ain't the real Arteezy. That's only the second Deso stack he's been able to get, and he had it, what, 7 minutes ago or so? Maybe even more than that.
Saberlight, of course, BKB next up on the shopping list. Wants to make sure that there's little chance of these black holes being stopped.
Pretty limited ways for them to stop it. It's just really the Batrider, if he's able to get positioned with like a Blink Dagger and stuff like that, to be able to stop a BKB black hole. So I do like that he's going for it this early. Shopify, they're still looking to fight. They still feel powerful. They're constantly looking for Pakaz. Pakaz has to be very careful. He is farmed, but he is absolutely at the risk of dying if they get on top of him.
Yeah, they'll pick up the gem now as well.
He's got to sneak it around, though. I mean, Matthew, he has a base ward, and yeah, look how careful Fly's being. Supports tend to be more careful, as we always say.
Now, Matthew not going to be able to find any couriers this time round.
He has the double ward set down, too, but they're just keeping it along the sidelines there. And Arteezy, he's going to try to match that AC. I believe that you expect it, of course, to be coming out on the Lone Druid, so he is going to be going for that next. And, of course, look at him. He's not using his courier properly, so Matthew, he'll be able to snipe it. I love it. Shopify, though, absolutely feeling strong. As we've seen multiple times, if they're grouped up rallied around this Abaddon.
Oh, and they're going to get the jump on Pakaz. See if they can help him out in time. Picard's will manage to get the ult off. Saberlight's in with the black hole. This time around, able to catch both Picard's and catch Chris. Chris, he's going to live though. He gets the chance to get the BKB off as the black hole comes to an end, and he goes straight over on top of the Enigma. Saberlight falls. BKB from Whisper. Panda holds back the two of them with the Ice Path. The borrowed time popped here by Arteezy as he heads towards Whisper. Whisper with the rest of his BKB TP's out. Panda will not escape though.
I mean, back to back to back, they're getting Picaz. They just get right on top of him. He's playing a bit too far away from his team, and he's getting punished. Great job from Crit. As we said, he's 2-8, but he's getting the proper jumps over and over again. And the black hole, this time, it's a really successful one. Catching the back lines. Onto the push. No glyph. Easy tower. Shopify. Getting a bit of advantage here now, these last few moments.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Got the full ags done now.
Whisper still big. They do absolutely still have forms of being able to multi-scale on the side of EG. But Shopify so far, they're just making Picaz's net worth look non-existent with the way they've jumped him.
Radiant are scanning.
And yeah, just really, honestly, I really like the itemization this time around from Shopify. Just Crit having a Vessel, step of heal prevention versus the Lone Druid. They're playing around the Abaddon, so he gets these constant shields off to protect their buddies.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And yeah, Saberlight, Greaves, Blink, BKB, no funny business this time on the Enigma. Causing issues for EG. Because I think for him, he really has to be way more careful in this game. Has to let his like Whisper or Chris somehow just jump in first for him. And they're gonna be the ones who smoke now, looking for their own fight.
Yeah, they want to go whilst this black hole's down.
Sure do. Whisper.
But he's in with the blink, but doesn't really find a target immediately. I mean, Chris, he's gonna go straight for Crit. In with the lasso.
This spell.
I'll take Crit down. Difficult to go for more though, EG. The Shopify, they're still looking back at them. In fact, they get the jump over towards Whisper. Whisper's getting low. He's got the BKB off.
Mikey.
Ice Path is going to catch Mikey. They've caught Mikey. They've taken him out.
I think, did he use the Lincolns on somebody else? I think he did it. I think he had it on Fly or somebody because he just got blink stunned from the Dragon Tail.
I mean, Chris, he's trying to chase here for more. Flying Saberlight. We back up to the high ground. Chris attempts to knock them down with the Flame Break, but won't quite be able to get the reach.
EG strike back. 25 seconds till Roche. They might have an option to be able to go for it here. And Matthew, he's still kind of lingering for the next hunt. I guess the Lincolns was still cooldown. He must have used it on someone. I didn't see what caught him initially. Arteezy. Blinks forward to poke.
Oh, he wants to play aggressive. He's going to have borrowed time back up in less than 10 seconds, so he's ready to fight.
Holes back up too.
Crit. Get caught by the Ice Path. Jump forward for Saberlight. He's in. It's a 3-man. A very, very nice 3-man black hole in for Saberlight. The follow-ups there from Arteezy. They'll be able to clean up all 3 kills.
Oh my god. Saberlight.
That's what you need to see here from your Enigma.
He doesn't even have the BKB. It's just the blink.
He just went for it.
And he finds literally the perfect 3 targets. And Roche, it's up. EG starting to strike back, but Shopify, they find the opening again. Saberlight. See, don't look at the other black holes. This is the big one.
Here we go.
Look at this.
Just straight away, no hesitation. He's in, and there's nothing to stop it.
Beautiful.
No chance for Chris to put a stop to it. His lasso was on cooldown. There's nothing to kind of get around and pause it. And 3 dead straight off the back of that into Roche. Saberlight there securing them 3 kills and the Roshan. Aegis into the hands of Mikey.
Aegis, and they get a shard onto Arteezy as well. And now he has BKB, so he can do it even easier in these next few moments. Uh-oh, EG. Got a couple good kills, swings quickly back into the dominant side of Shopify with that.
Arteezy just a huge problem. I mean, he only
Sure
died
is.
the once this game. He had a slow start, but completely recovered, and now in a point where you can definitely see exactly why they wanted to run with the Abaddon. At this stage of the game, very difficult for EG to deal with this hero with this level of farm that Arteezy's managed to amount to.
And, I mean, Picaz, it's how many times now that it just feels like he's just getting grabbed over and over and over again. He's always getting grabbed here from Shopify. It's impressive stuff. Matthew? They're chasing him.
Yeah, I tell you what, they'll find him. Saberlight, he's in with the dust. Mikey drops the Dream Coil. They do not want this man sniping any more couriers.
9K lead now. A huge window.
Arteezy is super close to picking up the Basher.
And it's 70 seconds till Black Hole is going to be back up too. I mean, they can keep this going. A full Octarine on Mikey.
Because he'll get his next time out the Basher, but as you say, still very much a liability if his main hero gets caught. They will kill him relatively easy.
He just has to be... Yeah, it's very difficult for him to get this positioning, though. They just have so many ways to repositioning him, of course, as we've seen from Crit. Yeah, 40 seconds. They're going to have Black Hole back available. And, I mean, how do you fight into that as EG? I mean, Saberlight, yep, very, very methodical. Greaves, BKB, Blink. He's got the Lincolns queued. Literally impossible for them to stop it once he has that. And they even have one already, too, for Mikey, so they can just throw that on him.
Yeah, at the end of the day, someone's getting caught in the Black Hole. Almost certainly multiple heroes, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
They should, I mean, they could just target Pakaz. He's like all the damage at this point for their draft.
I mean, EG's best bet is that they've got to try and force that Black Hole out somehow.
Oh, bottom. Whisper. Arteezy's trying to force that BKB.
Chris coming in to help out. They get the kickback. Whisper's in trouble. They'll pop the BKB, but Arteezy continues to beat into him. The dust is there. One more hit will do it. No, he's up to the high ground. Arteezy can't quite chase onwards. As Arteezy will get held back, and Whisper will be saved.
I mean, the bear is dying. Oh, Mikey.
He's going to jump in. Put by the ice path in the route as well. Try and get up with the orb, but he's getting bashed up. Will jump to the side, but the Aegis will get popped. The first life of Mikey gone. Mashed you. Back to Couriers.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Mikey, unfortunate for him, blinked into an ice path. Does end up dying during just the duration of the next fear.
Chris has got his refresher.
Okay.
So there is that chance now to get that kind of long duration lockdown and also have that backup lasso just in case he can somehow find a position to put a stop to Saberlight's Black Hole in this window where he doesn't quite have the Lincoln Saberlight.
No blink, though, for Chris.
That's true.
So it's tough for him to find the
around.
avenue. Yeah.
It's going to have to be BKB sort of maneuver himself around the rest of the team, and obviously by that time, highly likely that the Black Hole's been off for a good amount of duration, so still very difficult for EG to deal with.
EG trying to buy themselves some time here with Matthew just sniping these couriers. And yeah, Mikey, he's like, all right, enough of this. He's buying an Aeon disc.
Radiant are scanning.
Shopify looking for a grab themselves here. Whisper. BKB's on cooldown. 8 seconds.
Whoever shows their crit will be straight on him.
It's going to be Panda.
Oh,
actually find Whisper. Wait, what?
He's going to look for a bigger target. Find the jump. There's the Black Hole from Saberlight, catching the two of them. Crit with a perfect setup. Getting Whisper grouped up with Panda. They'll take out Panda. They won't quite be able to kill Whisper, though. BKB is off in time, and Chris will try for the lasso. It's immediately taken off, though, with the Aphotic Shield thrown down onto Saberlight. 2 for 1 at this point.
Because they just kill his bear. He doesn't have a resummon for 30 seconds. I mean, Fly is just beating into it every single time.
I mean, Whisper lucky to get out of that one there.
Yeah.
Somehow identifying the fact that he'd be hidden in the trees. Sets up nicely, but the DK still too tanky at this point for Shopify Rebellion to immediately kill, even through a Black Hole.
Every single time, though, they have the answer for the lasso. Chris, he just goes in, grabs someone, immediately gets shielded off Arteezy. 7-1.
Yeah.
12k lead. EG trapped inside their base now at this point. Manta's almost finished on Whisper, so I mean, like we said, he is continuing to get this scale, but the fights just look very difficult for them. And soon it's going to become more and more difficult when Saberlight does have Lincolns, and it's getting close. I mean, if they just double Lincolns him, then there's just no way for them to stop that Black Hole. Even with double lasso kind of play. Lots of different things they can do. They find a really good neutral item for Mikey, too. They get the Timeless Relic. And EG, now they can't get outside. The ward coverage is perfect there from Shopify.
I mean, any big items around the corner for EG?
Oh,
we're looking towards next.
I mean, it's Whisper's Manta that he's going to be picking up in a second, but I mean, it's difficult to say what else. There's not really any other big one, except maybe if Chris goes for a Blink Dagger himself. Just feels like Shopify, they have all the answers at this point. And they're multi-scaling. I mean, Fly, as we said, quietly in the back lines is this Enchantress over and over again. Hurricane Pike, Boots of the Bearing. Bear runs in and it just takes like 15 impetus shots. And they don't want to put much attention to this Enchantress. They need to focus on these other heroes way too much. Arteezy, Blink Abyssal Blade. He has the true combo now. The easier one, at least. Chris will be able to get away. Crit was hunting. And yeah, stuck inside the base, EG.
Are scanning.
How close on the Lincolns? 600 more. Yeah, I feel like for Shopify, they don't really need to force a big fight right now unless they want to feel, unless they feel good with like someone's getting out of position. I think they could just finish Saberlight's Lincolns, and then they're in just a dream spot to be able to close the game out.
Pass. Mikey attempts here with the Dream Coil. That's
a bit far.
Yeah, he'll be perfectly fine this time around, Picard's.
EG.
I mean, Matthew.
Radiant's
He's
bottom
back on his
tower
way over
is
to his
under
favorite
attack.
spot.
They're losing all their vision, though. They just placed these wards. Instantly gets taken away from that gem.
I mean, they're going out pretty far in this top lane.
Chris.
And he's going to be forced to BKB. He'll put the lasso. Saberlight's got a black hole if he wants to use it.
That's
and
2 lassos. And he can't even finish him.
I mean, he'll get the second BKB off. I mean, at least Chris is going to live.
But
We'll allow him to get away from the threat of the black hole of Saberlight. Arteezy, though, he's still able to jump in. The Glimmer's there. But the Panda trying to do his best to save Chris. And you know what? He's just gone and done it. Panda, he's able to bail Chris out of there. Chris will survive.
But oh, and that's both lassos used. He had to use absolutely everything just to be able to survive.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
EG completely falling apart here. Shopify. Full control of the map. Rosh up. Let's see how long the spawn is. 20 seconds, it's a fast one. And yeah, Lincoln's is about to be done for Saberlight. His career's dead, though.
Oh, crit. He's had enough of this. No more couriers will die on Crit's watch.
Oh, Mikey takes the kill. He deserves it this game, though. He's playing super well in this puck. Yep, Rosh. It's back up. They're going to give the tome even to Mikey after him having such a good game. Yep, like I said, he deserves it. And Saberlight, he'll back up, and he's got the Lincolns done. Now what?
I mean, yeah, what do you do against this Enigma? It's been, a bit of a wild ride for Saberlight. And he's had some, some crazy black holes. Sort of on both ends,
Absolutely.
We had some rough ones, but recently the last two, a couple of bangers from Saberlight. And with his items done now, very much reason to believe that there's going to be more of that to come in this game.
He hit the ones that mattered,
And great stuff.
And yeah, Rosh, it's scouted immediately. They're going to go in there and they're going to kill it in seconds. And now it's, oh man, it's a refresher also. It's amazing for this game. With the Enigma here, they can have double black hole. They can even give it to the puck. I mean, either one are incredible.
I think Saberlight's going to want it, surely.
But Mikey, come on, you have the potential. No, I mean, of course, you want to give it to Saberlight.
I mean, with how powerful and impactful the black holes are in this game, 2 of those, that sounds like a GG to me.
I absolutely agree.
Saberlight's able to land them in this next fight. That will close the game up if Saberlight is able to just survive and get in there, and there's every reason to believe he will.
And he also has,
point he's in right now.
He even has Ninja Gear too, right? So he literally has the perfect setup to get the double black hole dream.
This is going to be so hard for EG to deal with.
And even, yeah, Mikey, he's 25 now. So Dream Coil pierces immunity. He's 6-slotted. The bear. Just tickling at this point.
I mean, Arteezy's in onto the bear. Bear starting to fall low. Impetus is as well. That will do it. That's the first bear gone. See the BKB from Saberlight. He's going to make the jump. He's going to go for Chris here with the first black hole. Controlling the Batrider, but the BKB was off in time and looking for the second black hole here, Saberlight, but he gets caught with the bash. The bear's in on top of him. Doesn't matter. Still gets the black hole off. Catches the bear. Catches Chris. Chris is gone. The bear down for a second time. Saberlight still surviving for it all. Dodges the ice path. Protected by the Aphotic Shield. He's out of the base and he's back to safety. Whisper's trying to chase him. They're coming out with the buybacks. 2 buybacks so far. Saberlight, he'll live. Whisper couldn't finish him off. Mikey's diving the base here. The third buyback to come out here from EG, but they're getting forced all the way back to the fountain. Arteezy, he may even be ready to dive. Puts the Manta style. They're diving them in the fountain here, taking down Chris for a second time. Picard's out without buyback. Same to be said for Panda. It's down to the final 2 of them. Just Matthew and Whisper alive here in these final moments potentially for EG. They'll get the sleep set up onto Arteezy, but even if they take him down the once, he's still got the Aegis.
And he's able to just save him. Crit, level 20, pulls him out of any trouble, as if there was any. And that's all the buybacks. Pekka's dead. That's game. Shopify. Beautiful execution when they group up and fight. And yeah, Saberlight absolutely coming in clutch.
He knew in those last moments. Just had to deal with Crystal on the back. Matthew, he's out for good. Whisper as well. Taken out of the game. Everybody dead on EG. As there it is. GG is called. Shopify Rebellion will take this series today 2-1.